like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yep, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So let me know if y'all can hear this video, man. Press 1. If you guys can hear me in the comment section, man, got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comment section, man. We gonna get ready to get into this live video. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Ebony Money, I see you. Hoops Anime, I see you. Albert, I see you. VVS, salute. Also, Marvin, what's good? Malachi, what's good? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Lance, what up, man? FA, what up? Sergio, what's good? Thank me later. What's good? Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. We'll get ready to get to the show. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what's going on, man. In this breaking news that just came out not too long ago, man. And man, oh man, oh man, oh man, bro. Ro, what's good, man? Theotis, what's good? Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button on y'all way in, man. XCLU, what's good, man? Tasha, what up, baby? Salute. FA, what's good? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Abdullah, what's up, man? Salute. Y'all smash the like button, man. Let's get the lights up, bro. Cause I don't wanna have to repeat what I'm gonna say over and over and over again. Because y'all know when I say it early, people come in the building and then they be like, "Oh man, Ticket, why you repeat yourself?" Because more people come through the building. You know what I'm saying? Bomb, what's good, man? Eddie, what's good? Mellow, what's good? Overcoming Depression with Jay, what's good? Salute to y'all. All right, look, let's get to this, man. So, former NYPD detective, Derek Parker. Now, this guy, for you guys who don't know about Derek Parker, he was basically he was assigned, he was a hip-hop police officer. He was assigned to the hip-hop division of the police department of the NYPD, meaning that all throughout the 90s, early 2000s, and 2000s, I guess, he covered and he basically worked in the NYPD as an NYPD detective, which he followed a lot of the hip-hop stars, rap stars, artists, and all these other people. He basically just went on live TV. He basically did an interview on News Nation, and he basically just went on News Nation and stated that you guys, everybody pretty much knows what's been going on with the Diddy investigation. Diddy's been investigated. You know, in the middle of his investigations, there have been a lot of talks about these so-called freak-offs that was in the indictment for Sean Diddy Combs, and that was at the sort of like the center of the indictment of these freak-off parties where you know, you've had multiple women now come out and allege that they have been drugged and stuff like that at these parties, and allege all types of bad things happen to them at these freak-off parties, and the feds basically put that in the middle of the investigation. Now, TR3000 says, is there an article you can give us? I'm trying to find it. Well, no, I can do you better. I can actually give you the interview. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, because y'all know how I get down, you know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at
I mean,
if you
Ashton
were?
Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved
Mm-hmm.
with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then
What?
there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he
Mm-hmm.
moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party."
I
So,
mean, wait. I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of
oh
those
yeah,
freakouts?
he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So the officer says, from what they know, LeBron James was definitely at those freak off parties. I'll repeat that part again for you guys.
People were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party."
I
So,
mean, wait. I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of
oh
those
yeah,
freakouts?
he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So the officer said that from what they know, LeBron James was definitely at those freak off parties. Now, LeBron James, I don't know how they got information on LeBron James. Again, this guy was a hip hop cop. I don't know if they were tailing Diddy and may have ran into LeBron James. LeBron James and his team have not spoken about this, so we'll give them the respect of their side to, basically respond to what this hip hop cops said. NYPD Detective Derek Parker. You guys can look him up online. And so again, he is the one who just went on the national news and implicated LeBron James as far as he said he definitely, from what they know, he definitely was at those Diddy freak off parties. Matter of fact, I'll play it again for you guys who didn't hear. He starts to talk about the freak off parties and some of the people who they were saying were there. And then they actually talked about LeBron, and the lady sounds surprised that that he would think that LeBron or somebody would say that LeBron was actually there. Well, this is what he had to say again.
Other
Oh,
more
trust
important
me.
people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well, I
at
mean,
if you
Ashton
were?
Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved
Mm-hmm.
with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then
What?
there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he
Mm-hmm.
moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party."
I
So,
mean, wait. I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of
oh
those
yeah,
freakouts?
he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party."
I
So,
mean, wait. I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of
oh
those
yeah,
freakouts?
he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So now you have a former police officer who covered the. He was specially appointed to cover the hip hop and rap scene division. So basically, you have these officers like that. They're called hip hop cops, and what they do is they follow around all of these hip hop and people that's in that lane. They follow these rappers around. You hear rappers talk about them a whole lot. They say, "Hey man, the hip hop cops is real." Well, the NYPD they had these different things. You understand what I'm saying? Where they would tail and follow all of these rappers. They would try to get rappers to snitch on other rappers and jam other rappers up. Sometimes they arrested rappers on numerous occasions. This officer right here had arrested plenty of different people in his time, and you can actually look up his record and look up his resume. And so he apparently, I was following Diddy or knew enough because he said again that that Diddy, that LeBron James was definitely I want y'all to hear the word that he used. He said he definitely knows that he was at those parties, and I could not believe. I fell out my chair when he said that out of disbelief because when LeBron said ain't no party like a Diddy party, I just thought he was joking. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that the actual police who was tailing these hip hop, moguls and all these people at this time actually had some type of intel that this guy was definitely at those parties, because that's what he said. I'll play it for you guys again. Y'all smash the like button and subscribe to the channel as y'all come on in. And again, LeBron James' team has respectfully not been able to respond to this. This just came out. This just came out on News Nation, on the News Nation, on the news just about almost 25 minutes ago. So this is brand new, fresh information that just came out. I'll play it again.
People were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So yeah, he said from what we know, he was definitely at those parties. And if you notice, he called those parties, he said those were the freak off parties, is what he actually called those parties. And this officer would actually know, because if you guys look up his resume, again, he was following, and a lot of the rappers know who he is. Most of the rappers that's in NY, most of those rappers, they know who this guy is, because he was tailing them for a majority of part of their careers. This guy was tailing them. They had a whole division in New York and all over. They have divisions where they call them the hip hop police. And so a lot of people thought when the rappers rapped about this that they was just capping, but they were serious. They had these hip hop cops that was specially put in these units to follow these moguls. So listen to what he says at the beginning when he talks about, and he mentions them as the actual freak offs. I want you guys to listen to what he said closely.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at?
I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this, because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire, and on a billionaire status, where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
To the person who asked, the officer basically clarified it at the beginning of this video. Somebody asked, and you might have just came in here, so you didn't hear me. Nisi says that, was he just at a party or a freak off party? Well, the officer said those were the freak off parties. I know you might not have heard what he said, but I will play the video again for you so that you can hear what he said. He started at the beginning saying that these were the freak off parties that they had mentioned in the implication. I'll play it again.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are very.
Again, he said people that were at these freak off parties. Now I'll let it play again.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are.
Again, for the blind and hearing impaired, I'll play it for you once again.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are very.
So now that we've clarified that, now I'm going to play it all the way through so you can hear it one more time.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking at?
Well, I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things.
Let me stop this brother right here. This brother says from what we know isn't confirmation. He didn't say what we know. He said he definitely was there. Listen to his words.
These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
From what we know, he was definitely at those parties, is what the police officer said. He said, from what we know, right? He's telling you what the police officers know, what the police investigation know. He said, oh yeah, he was there. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. He used the word definitely, not ticket, not nobody else. He said he definitely. See, sometimes you guys always want to find it out because you want to praise guys. Showtime, what's up, homie? Salute. You want to praise guys. You want to put guys on a pedestal. So Benny Hill, for the hearing impaired, everybody in the comment section that wants to hear this again, he first supplemented it by saying that what he's talking about is the freak off parties. And he says that everybody, now you say you just trolling. No. Don't say you just trolling now. Because you thought I was capping. Don't say you just trolling now. See, that's why I brought the evidence with me, so y'all can't come in here and say, oh man, y'all lying, y'all trying to tear brother down. It's not me, bro. I didn't say this. The hip hop police, the NYPD officer said this on national TV right now. Look it up. He was on national TV right now on News Nation. Look it up, dog. I'm not making this stuff up. You guys, like I said before, man, y'all want to get me, y'all get mad at the wrong person. Don't ask me, go ask the police. Go ask the police. The hip-hop police, all they had to do was cover these hip-hop artists and all these people for all these years. Straight up. He ain't telling you, oh, no, I think. He said he definitely, let me repeat that again. And he started it by saying those freak-off parties. Once again.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are.
That's what he started off by saying, right? Now, let's keep going. We'll play it again.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are.
So now, let's play it all the way through.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names?
Is something wrong with your brains? You have a police officer, NYPD police officer, right? Police detective. Former police detective who specialized in the hip hop division, right? Why would he say this and put himself in a place where LeBron James could sue him or the entire department for his statements if they're not true? Why would he say that? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, Alex. You guys, like I said before, once again, right? He says this ninja evidence is another man saying, no. It's the police officer, sir. The police. See, I know your name is Captoon. I know you cap. You're blocked. Go cap somewhere else. Once again. He said that he was definitely at those parties. You can get mad as you want to get. You get mad as you want to get. I'm going to play it again.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking at?
Well, I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved in some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party. So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
He said, from what we know, he was definitely at those parties. Now again, you guys don't gotta ask me, go ask him. Go look up his resume. Derek Parker, former NYPD detective. That's all I'm telling y'all. Go look up his resume. You can Google him online. He's online. He was a real NYPD. And this guy, he basically covered a whole era. All of y'all who grew up in the 90s, in the 2000s, you can ask any of them rappers. All them rappers know who this guy is because he was following all those rappers around in the 90s and in the early 2000s. This guy was the one who was assigned, him and other police officers were assigned. Now, for you guys who don't know what a hip-hop cop is, them hip-hop cops was the police. They had different divisions. So they had officers who would follow these rappers, follow these moguls and stuff around as hip-hop police. They would sometimes try to jam these guys up. I don't know if you guys remember the late Prodigy. Shout out to Prodigy. Prodigy, before he passed away, he said that he was followed and basically approached by the hip-hop police who tried to get him to flip on 50. And he said he refused to do that. He refused to give them 50 cents. But this was real. These guys were real. These guys had a whole division in New York for the hip-hop division where they were following around these hip-hop artists. And they were basically, I guess, trying to investigate these guys and see if these guys were linked to crimes and all of these things like that. So this was one of the guys who was following guys like Diddy back all through the 90s and the early 2000s and the 2000s. I guess I would say all the way up to what, 2010, I would guess. So, and LeBron came in the league at 2003. And so, I don't know. Like I said, LeBron's team, I guess they're going to have a chance to respond to this. I don't know what the evidence this dude has seen. I don't know why he would, the police officer would say that he definitely knows LeBron was there unless he got evidence LeBron was there. I don't think a police officer would come on national television and say that he definitely knows LeBron was there if he doesn't know that LeBron was there. I don't think that he would do that because I don't think he'd be that dumb to put himself in that type of situation to say LeBron James' name on national TV. And again, this is on News Network. You guys can go look it up. It just came out today, about almost, 35 minutes ago right now. It just came out. I'll play it again.
Other more important
Trust me.
people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at?
I mean,
if you
Ashton
were-
Kutcher.
She asked him, what are the names that you would be looking at? Who are the more important people is what she asked him, right? And he says, this officer says that all these people are running scared. Well, I told you guys, why ain't nobody saying nothing? Why has everybody been quiet for the most part? Like, everybody in the industry pretty much was quiet and not saying nothing. They were all just like, now everybody's quiet. Everybody quiet. You know what I'm saying? And so the officer said the reason why they're quiet is, he said, because they're all scared. You know what I'm saying? He said, that's why nobody's saying that. This is what the hip hop police said. You know what I'm saying? And so again, man, listen, I can't control what Derek Parker said. You guys can call Derek Parker and ask him why the former NYPD detective said that. Again, he's real. You can look him up. You can look up his resume. This guy was really there, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, the hip hop police was real out there, especially in New York. All them cats from New York know. The hip hop police was on all them rappers, bro. They was on their helmet. And I think they still have a unit that exists today of hip hop police that's following these guys around. I believe they still have a unit today of hip hop police that's specially assigned to hip hop. And it's crazy because you don't hear them having a unit assigned to country music. You don't hear them having a unit assigned to rock and roll, but they have a unit that's assigned to hip hop. And I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why you would think that is because you got a lot of these guys rapping drill rap. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys live in their raps. And so now you got the police. They got a whole division. They had one following these guys, investigating all these guys. So when you're investigating these guys, somebody said Chamillionaire tried to tell us, yeah, when you're investigating these guys, you never know what else you see that these guys is running into. So again, these guys' job, this police officer's job was to trail these guys. So you like sometimes there's videos on YouTube where they say, hey man, the hip hop police is following us right now. Look, and you'll see the actual police officers following these rappers around everywhere they went, taking notes, tabs, following them where they went, investigating. You understand what I'm saying? Investigating. So I'm just telling you guys, like, him saying that, because she asked him, what is they going to be looking at next? So her asking him that, he said that. Let me say this again. Again, LeBron James is innocent. Nobody has came out and proved that he did any illegal activity at any party or anything like that. Let me say that right now. His team has not spoken out against this or about this. I haven't heard Rich Paul running around here saying nothing about this because it just came out. I'm pretty sure that the media won't ask them about it. Or if they do ask them about it, you know, I don't know what type of answer. We'll have to wait to see what answer they give. But you also, I told y'all, you had Gene Deal that was just on, the former security guard for Diddy, that was just on Art of Dialogue, and he said this. This is what Gene Deal had to say.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, is going to give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right?
Other more important
trust me.
people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's running scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at?
I mean,
if
Ashton
you were-
Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then
Right.
there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, wait, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, y'all got to go take that up with the hip hop NYPD detective, former NYPD detective Derek Parker. He was on News Nation today, and this is what he reported. He said he definitely was there. From what we know, he said he definitely was there. So I guess the police probably, like according to the way he said it, they probably didn't was investigate. I don't think they were investigating LeBron. I'm gonna say that right now. I think they probably were following Diddy because you know they follow a lot of these moguls and hip hop people around. You know what I'm saying? That they probably was following him, seeing all the different things that he had going on. And this is probably intel that these guys had collected over the years that these guys were going into these certain parties. Now, I'm not sure if I don't think he probably got inside, but he probably seen a lot of stuff, man. And again, sometimes they get stuff and they don't get enough to like get you locked in on something like that. But then, like I said, you go back and listen to what Prodigy said before the late Prodigy passed away, the rapper from Mobb Deep. He said that he was approached by the hip hop cops in New York, and they pulled him over and tried to get him. I think he said they hit him with a charge, and he said they tried to get him to flip on 50, and he said he refused to flip on 50. And so, you know what I'm saying, that's what he did. Everybody's saying post a link in the chat. I'll post a link to the video in the chat in just a second so you guys can go see. It's an entire interview on there, so you guys can go watch the whole interview. The interview is almost 30 minutes. 30 minutes was that interview, and I just when I was just watching the news and I seen that, and I was like, what? And I jumped up, I was like, hold on, this man said LeBron definitely was there? And it just made me freeze, and I was like, dang, dog, they said that, man, like, unbelievable, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He said they definitely, and again, this guy was specially assigned to that division. He was especially assigned. Y'all smash the like button if y'all not subscribe to the channel. He was specially assigned to that division. Now, he also said some other things in that interview as well regarding Diddy. And I'm gonna let y'all hear some of the other stuff that he said in that News Nation interview with this lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all hear some of the other stuff that he had to say in this interview with the lady. He also spoke about the New York mayor, Eric Adams. Now, he said that he was friends with Eric Adams. He said that he was cool with Eric Adams. He said Eric Adams is his guy. You know what I'm saying? He went to high school with Eric Adams, grew up with Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? Is what he said, you know? He said that, you know, he came up around Eric Adams. He said Eric Adams is a good guy. But he says that, you know, he honestly think Eric Adams is going to fall from what he's saying. He said he honestly think Eric Adams is going to fall too, because he said the Fed charges is not no joke that they got against these guys. I'll let y'all hear what he had to say.
Going forward, there's going to be so much mounds of paperwork that these attorneys are going to have to go through with not only the criminal defense.
Now, hold on. Let me play that for y'all again, what he said. I want y'all to hear
the lawsuits, the civil lawsuits that he's got. This is going to take years. They're going to have a team of lawyers. He's going to go bankrupt after all this is done with all these legal things you have to go through in court. So I see it as being a problem. But I don't see him getting out. I think with so much of the outcry of the victims in this case, he may either make a deal where he becomes king for a day, as they call in the district. They do that when they profit you in the federal government, and he tells everything he knows about someone else. That might be bigger than what he's doing. So, for example, if he wants to gamble, and I'm saying, I'm just giving you my opinion, right? Because I've done these cases. So if he goes in and the U.S. attorney says, hey, what other information do you have that's maybe more credible or bigger than what he's in on, they may offer him a deal. You know?
You think he's going to rat?
I think anybody will rat if they're getting put into a certain position. When you're looking at R. Kelly time, R. Kelly's doing 20 to 30 years on 2 separate cases in jail. And look what happened. And you look what happened to R. Kelly.
And that was only 2 cases. Now he's got
2 cases, right? He's got
like
multiple.
100.
And the problem you have too is the outcry of all these witnesses. It's hard for a jury, I think, to listen to all these people come forward if the government presents them to give a positive verdict where he gets acquitted. That's going to be very difficult. I mean, it's going to be tough.
Eric Adams.
Now, again, he went into talking about the mayor as well. But I think this is the guy. Somebody said it in the comment section. And that's a good point to whoever brought that up. He is the officer, Derek Parker. Y'all can go look him up again, NYPD division. Remember back when Diddy had that case back in the day? Remember when he had that case? Well, I think he was the officer that arrested Puff. I think he's the officer that arrested Puff, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about recently, I'm talking about back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And so I think he's the one who said, he's the one that arrested Diddy back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys can go look that up yourselves, man. But again, man, this thing blew me out of my socks, man. When I saw this today, I could not believe it, bro. It literally blew me out of my socks that he said definitely. He said definitely, and he linked this man to the. So I'm pretty sure that LeBron James' team or his lawyers or his representation will be speaking out on this soon. They got a right to defend themselves against these allegations. And hey, man, listen, here's the thing. The lawyer from Texas, Tony Busby, said that they have video evidence. The feds apparently have video evidence of who was in these parties or who was at these certain parties. So I don't think that the detective would say something like that without having some type of merit to what he was saying. Because again, he started off talking about these freak off parties, and he didn't say it in a way to say, "Oh, I think," or you know what I'm saying, it may be. No, he said, he used the words. You guys got to listen to the words he used. He said definitely, and she asked him as an officer. She said, "Well, what are you guys looking for in this case?" I'm like, "What are y'all looking for?" I'm thinking, like, hold on, what is she saying? Listen to what she said and listen to what he said. I'll play it again for you.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
well,
at?
I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved in some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
Yeah, man, that's the crazy part. She asked him, she was like, "Stop, we don't really think LeBron was." He said, No. He was at those parties. He said he definitely, from what we know, he definitely was at those parties. And like, you know what I'm saying, the police say that, man, former police officers say that, bro. Again, you can't knock down his credibility because he was a hip-hop police. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the same officer that arrested Diddy back in the day when the I think it was the nightclub shooting where I think Shine went to prison. I think that's the one Shine went to prison for 10 years. He was the officer, if I'm not mistaken, that arrested Diddy. So he had been on the case with Diddy because he was the officer that arrested Diddy. So remember, I think the way that situation went down was, and I can't remember perfectly, but I think they said that Diddy and them left the club, sped off or whatever like that, and then they got caught a couple of blocks away from the scene. They got caught, had a blicky on them, and then you know what I'm saying. I think they said J Lo was in the car too, but this was the cop that I think he was the one that arrested Diddy back then. So imagine if you're following him all through that time, and then up into the early 2000s, they probably had this guy trailing him the whole time. So I would love to hear him do an interview to talk about more of what he knew or whatever he, you know what I'm saying, back in that time, or how long he was working for him. But I don't know, man. Like I said before, man, for somebody to go on there and say that, bro, like I said, and then they say they got tapes again, man. And in court, that's the thing. The feds got a lot of those tapes. Who, like I said, if you're in these parties, you on those tapes, it's like, man, bro, you know, so you can only pray and hope for the best. Because again, listen to his words. He didn't say, I think. He didn't say, I guess. He didn't say, maybe. He said he definitely was there from what we know. He said, no. He corrected the girl when she was like, oh, no, LeBron, he couldn't have been there. He was like, no. He was there. He said he definitely was there for what we know. Damn, man. Bro, that's crazy. I would like to know more from this officer.
Were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party. So,
I mean, wait, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Shout out to everybody who's sending donations, man. Safaf, salute to you for the donation. I appreciate you, man. Much love and respect to your homie. Also 90-454. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you for the donation, man. James Wilson, salute to you for the donation. Appreciate it. J.A., salute to you for the donation. I appreciate it. 9545 SS, again, salute to you for the donation. Yeah, man, that was on News Nation, man. The interview was on News Nation. If you guys have News Nation on your cable, or you might have it online on your internet, News Nation was the news station that it was on, that this guy did this interview on. He's done a couple of interviews on there in the past, but that interview came out today. It was an interview that lasted around 28 minutes long. Or it was a video that lasted 28 minutes long. His interview probably lasted about, I would say, 12 minutes of that 28 minutes in that. Now, again, man, I'm going to say this again for my channel. This is not, let me repeat myself. This is not Ticket TV making the allegations against Yo King. This is not Ticket TV making the allegations against LeBron Ramon James. This is not me. I'm just reporting what former officer, NYPD detective, hip hop cop, police, went on national cable network, News TV, and stated himself. And I just said exactly what he said, right? That's all I want to do. And to the person who says, oh, well, you follow the ticket, happy to see a black man. If you're out here doing the crime, your sorry ass should do the time. Now shut the hell up. What the hell is wrong with you, dog? I'm going to say this to y'all right now, right? I'm going to put this on you right now, right? And this is not nothing about LeBron James, right? Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn what you look like, right? If you out here allegedly violating people, you understand what I'm saying? Beating up on people, you understand what I'm saying? Forcing people to do things against their will, you know what I'm saying? I don't praise that shit, bro. I don't praise that bullshit, bro. Because once again, see, we're not sympathetic to this type of shit because it ain't your family. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't your mama. It ain't your sister. It ain't your cousin. It ain't your niece. It ain't none of that, right? But until it is, now you want to take that shit serious when it is, right? But guess what? Ticket wasn't the one that told you that Diddy and them was spiking bottles. The dude who worked with Diddy, that was with Diddy every single day, he told you. You don't believe me? Believe him. Believe him. Since you don't want to believe me. Art of Dialogue interview. Mark
I
Curry.
want to get your opinion. You know, you was around Puffy, you was on Bad Boy. You know, looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she claims that her and Diddy had freak-off sessions where they would get a male.
You talking about the freak-off session where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff? Where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to? And they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freak-off parties, when you go in there and it be, yo, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He just run around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill, pill, pill.
But that's we just making this shit up. Oh, nah, man. Come on, Tiki, you trying to tear a black man out. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Shut up in that comment section, boy. You'll be cool with that? Let me ask you a question. You'll be cool if somebody did that to your sister? If somebody did that to your sister, you be cool? Somebody did that to your cousin, you be cool? You be cool? This man went on an open interview, right? I don't care what you look like. I don't give a damn you black, white, green, yellow, what the hell you is, bro. Right? This man said, and he put himself in the play. Right? But see, y'all cool with that type of shit. Right? And you wonder why we live in a fucked up world, man. Because you got these chump-ass weaklings running around here scared to stand up for what's right. And say, you know what, man? Listen, man. If it was consensual, I ain't got no problem with if he consensually being with, he have as many women as he want if he's consensually doing it. But this dude is out here admitting to crimes. He's saying that, yeah, the freak off parties, man, we were spiking drinks and everything. That's what his own artist said, not me. Get mad at them. And to the person said, where's the evidence on tape? People would do things for money. What is the hip hop cop doing? What is the police officer doing for money right now? What does he gain from saying that right now? What does he gain from that? What does a police officer gain from that? But you got a dude that was with Diddy, and that's why I tell y'all, you guys praise celebrities. Y'all don't even know these people. You praise people you don't know. Meanwhile, people that was with him every single day don't vouch for this nigga. This is what they say about him. People that was with Diddy every day, this is what they say.
You ever close your eyes, you be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see, what happens is, if they be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they be like, this man just came into my room. I'm sitting there butt-ass naked. I told him to come on in, and he came on in. You be like, so what's going on for the day? Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? I don't want to see you naked. Grown man stuff. Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get, that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I want to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff. Butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a nigga butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, I'll come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That, and then freak off parties, man, listen. I'm not an angel. I ain't never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely not. The girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life. But also what came with it was a lesson. Also what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's where I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything and said, you know, I'm going to be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, a bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. Shit.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Him opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah. Anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, you know what I'm saying? You be like, something ain't right, man. What do you know what I mean? You know I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you just go open the door, come on in. Walking with his butt out. You know, nah, I just closed the door. I'll see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day.
Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Just sad behavior, man. Just sad, and that's people that was with him every day. And that man telling y'all, the freak off parties, and look at this dude coming here, fake news. Okay, fake news. Okay, well go tell the news and take it down then. If it's fake news, buddy, go tell News Nation.
All
And
the more important people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's running scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking at?
Well, I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy's had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
Yeah, he said, he was at those parties. From what we know, he definitely was at those parties. That's exactly what the police said. So he's saying, from what we know, he definitely was at those parties. He could not say definitely. You can't use a word like that if you don't have proof that man was there, because that puts you in the part of being liable and slander. So if a police officer say that, well, guess what type of connections he might got? He might have seen something we ain't seen. He might have known something we ain't know from investigation. He said that, though. Nick T says, do I think LeBron was a participant in the audience? I don't know, man. Listen, man. Once again, to this point, nobody has been named outside of Diddy. They haven't named, like, in the lawsuits, they haven't named, except for Lil Rod, he tried to name, but they haven't named the co-conspirators yet. And the other people who said they were sitting down watching. The lawyer said they're going to do it in the next 30 days when they drop the lawsuits. And he said it's famous people that we know. This dude, the police officer, said that it's athletes and all kind of stuff that was at those parties. Again, man, this could tear the whole league down. But my point is this, bro. My point is this to the brother coming in here that was just running his mouth, brother. Brother, let me tell you something, man. I'm cool. Listen, once again, bro. Once again, do I believe everybody that's making the accusations against Diddy? No, I don't. I don't believe it. I think a lot of them is capping. But the fact that some of them are telling the truth is bad, and you're trying to ignore the ones that are actually telling the truth. So if you drugged a chick, spiked her drink, did whatever you want to do with her to one of them, but 10 of them are lying, does that still make you a good person? No, it makes you a piece of shit. Because why would you take advantage of her like that and put her in that type of situation? And now she's scarred forever because of that. And y'all wonder why these women run around here all mad and bitter and not, because we got to conduct ourselves in a different type of way too, man. We got to be better, you know what I'm saying, representations of, look, hey, if you agree, I don't care. You can have 100 chicks in your house if they agree to be with you. You know what I'm saying? If it's all consensual and y'all cool, I don't care what you do. Knock yourself out. You know what I mean? That's why I always advise dudes, get contracts. When you got all them type of chicks coming around you, hey man, you need to get contracts, dog. Dudes ain't moving right. You got to blame them. Once you get billions of dollars and you ain't moving in a different way, that's your fault, bro. We can't give these dudes a pass for being stupid. You got the resources. Every chick that come in my crib, it should be an absolute contract that everything that we're going to do in here is consensual by you. I need you to sign that contract. If you don't sign that contract, you can't come in this party. If you ain't of age, you can't come in this party. So if you're not of age, if you ain't signed that contract, if you ain't agreed, well, you can't come in here. When you start getting money like that, bro, and you moving sloppy and you putting yourself in positions to get jammed up, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Then you putting other people in bad positions. Everybody, I want y'all to think about this. Everybody listening to this video, think about this. People, y'all come in the comment section getting mad because somebody talking about Diddy. Why ain't nobody talking about how Diddy did all these black folks dirty, got all these people on hidden tape? Now you got people. Now imagine this. Nobody's talking about that shit though. How he absolutely deprived many communities. Let's forget about all the other communities. Let's talk about the black community, right? What if you went to somebody's house, spent the night at one of your friends' house in their guest bedroom, and they got hidden cameras on you in the guest bedroom, and you don't know it? But we ain't gonna talk about that part. We ain't gonna talk about how you took advantage of all these people that trusted you when they came in your home. Let's talk about that fucking part, man. See what I'm saying? They don't talk about how this punk ass dude violated all those people. Now you got all these people in the jail because you got all these people on hidden tapes. Because you want to hold the tapes to hold that shit over their head. I ain't say it. Nigga Gene Deal said it.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing is going to give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right?
So yeah, they got all that videotape, but ain't nobody mad at Diddy for recording all these people against their will without their permission. That ain't terrorizing the black community. I don't know what it is. That's terroristic right there, man. Bro, listen, if you come to my crib, right? If you come to my crib and in the bedroom, I got a camera and you don't know about that camera in my bedroom and I'm filming you getting it on with your chick, come on, bro. That's a whole different level right there, bro. That's a whole different stratosphere, bro. So now that's why you got all these people quiet. Cause they're like, damn, dog, I'm kicking it with this dude. I'm thinking we cool. The whole time, like this nigga like slide set me up. Think about that. But they ain't mad at Diddy about that shit. They not mad about that. It's sad, brother. It really is sad, man. It really is sad, bro. But I'm just gonna tell y'all like it is. And I'm gonna let it play one last time before I get out of here, because I ain't gonna waste too much more time on this. If you got a problem with it, go holler at Officer Derek Parker, former NYPD detective, hip-hop cop. You understand? Go talk to him. If take it up with him, don't take it up with me. Straight like he the one that said that. He the one that used the word freak off parties. Not Ticket. I'm repeating what he said. Play it again, Ticket.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's very scared right now. You notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking at?
Well, I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved in some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy has had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status, where
Mm-hmm.
he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party."
I
So
mean, wait, I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of
oh
those
yeah,
freak offs?
he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
There y'all have it. He said, "Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he definitely was at those parties." He said, "Definitely." He said, "From what we know." Remember, he's a police officer. He said, "From what we know, he definitely was at those parties." So this dude probably got contacts down at the station. They probably was following Diddy the whole time, following everybody who he had coming in and out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how you build it up. I mean, this dude was a hip hop cop. All he did was fight. Wasn't he the same cop that arrested Diddy with the gun case back in the day when Sean went to prison? I think that's the same cop. So he definitely was on Diddy. You can't say he wasn't following Diddy. He was NYPD, straight up. So again, man, y'all, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Most definitely, man. Y'all let me know what y'all feel in the comment section again, man. Hey, and don't get mad at me. Go holler at them guys. Go holler at the Derek Parker, the former NYPD detective who was on that show. And matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is for everybody who was excuse me, I got a little cold. Everybody who was asking me about it, because y'all asked me for the actual link to the video. I'm gonna give y'all the link right now to the video in the comment section. So I'm gonna do y'all that one so y'all can go see the whole thing by yourselves right now, because they just put it up over an hour ago. So I'm gonna put that in the comment section right now for you guys. I'm gonna put the link so y'all can go watch the whole thing. So if you think I'm capping, there you go right there. There go the link in the chat room right there, you guys. There goes the link, man. So you guys can go check it yourselves, man. Yeah, you get mad at me. This man don't set in the front of the world. You gonna get mad at me. What the hell wrong with these people, man? I don't know what's wrong with them. They're gonna link right there in the chat room, man. Now, once y'all finish watching that, then come back over here, weasel your way back over here, and try and tell me how I'm capping. Straight up. That's all I want to know. Man, stop trying to be seen and heard all the time in the comment section. We see you, girl. You ain't got to do all that flexing. We see you. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You know? You say anything one day, man, shut up, fool. Shut up. I don't have no time for stupidity, brother. Shut your mouth. Straight like that. Know your role and shut your mouth, like the Rock say. So anyways, though, like I told that boy, right? Y'all check out the links. It's right there in the comment section. And don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? A lot of this would not even be coming up if somebody didn't say, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." That went viral. That went viral, right? And again, I'm not accusing LeBron James of anything, because I haven't seen any evidence that LeBron James had participated in illegal activity. I'm just telling you what the police said on national TV. The police, not somebody y'all say that's crazy or that's capping. I'm talking about the police. All right? So y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. And the brother says, "Damn, can't party no more." Well, it depends on what type of party you talking about, sir. If you're talking about the party that Mark Curry was describing, you like those type of parties, King Coop, where you spike girls' drinks and take advantage of them? Do you like those type of parties, sir? Because if you do, I can block your stupid ass. Just let me know. I can block your ass and get from the hell from around you. I don't want to be around nobody like you. Point blank period. I don't want to be around nobody like you. You understand? Yeah. So like I said before, man, you know what I mean? Okay, I just wanted to check, brother. So yeah, I ain't talking about it. Listen, man, listen. I'm going to say it again. Dudes need to start, all y'all hip hop dudes, all y'all NBA basketball players that's listening right now, all y'all, anybody that got any type of bag or anything to lose, all you dudes that's getting bread, get contracts, nigga. Get contracts. Get contracts. If you're going to have a bunch of chicks at your crib, I don't care if you're going to have one. Bro, you got to sign this contract. You got to sign this contract. Straight up. That solves all issues. When you are a millionaire, it ain't nothing for you to sign a contract. When you come in here to this party, everything's consensual that we doing. We let you know what we gonna do in this party. So if we gonna do some freaky eeky, it's consensual. Sign the contract. Straight up. Now, guess what? Can't nobody come and accuse you of doing something and lying because they signed a contract and came into your crib. Get a contract, bro. And that's what you got to do. You got to get contracts, man. That's what guys got to do. Consent contracts. Consent contracts. We run around here moving stupid, worried about somebody else, instead of us moving smarter and being smarter in different situations, because you live in a different age. When you live in a different age, you got to move a different way. This ain't the old school no more, man. You're not going to see. They're not going to let the how it used to be where you could have the freak nicks and all that other stuff, man. That's how it was back then, man. And the girls was consenting to it. But now they moving different, so you got to move different. When you got money like that, you got so much to lose, you got to get contracts, dog. Any of them chicks come right, hey, everybody got to get searched. Everybody got to get contracts when they come in here. No doubt about it. And that ends the situation, man. Point blank period, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Stevie J in the building, man. Stevie J, you a fool, boy. You a fool, boy. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. We should have over, by the time we finish this video, we should have over 10,000 likes. Again, LeBron James is innocent until they come and say something otherwise with some type of evidence in a court of law. I haven't, but I'm just telling y'all what the cops said on national TV. Don't get mad at me. Talk to the police. Shout out to my boy King.
Other
Hey,
more
Ted.
important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's running scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at?
I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy has had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party. So,
I mean, wait, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some of those
yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
So y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. The cop said he definitely was at those parties from what we know. So y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Salute everybody. Peace.